You don't want to hear about Joe's fruit scheme?
The Senate will please come to order. Kindly invite you to join me in a moment of silence this morning in lieu of a devotional. Thank you. I guess it is afternoon, so I will ask, are there any announcements this afternoon? The senator from Windham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. My apologies to the Senate and to our Senate Secretary. I was a bit under the weather yesterday, and by the time we gavelled out, I had forgotten to announce that yesterday was Secretary Bloomer's birthday, and so we don't know what we do without him. Quite frankly, we don't know what we do without him, and so did not want it to go by us without acknowledging. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator. The chair has a brief announcement. It's my pleasure to welcome to today's session seniors from Mr. Emery's civics class at BFA Fairfax. We have two bills for notice, H-135 and H-337. Excuse me. H-135 and H-337 are on the calendar for notice and affecting the revenues of the state under Rule 31 are both referred to the Committee on Finance. So I have one House bill for reference. H-225, an act relating to possession of a therapeutic dosage of buprenorphine, introduced in the House on February 10th, 2021. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
H-225, an act relating to possession of a therapeutic dosage of buprenorphine.
You've heard the first reading. Excuse me, John. You've heard the first reading, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Rules. We also have an announcement this afternoon. We have an appointment from the governor appointing Diane Snelling, chair of the Natural Resources Board. This appointment is referred to the Committee on Natural Resources and Energy. This brings us to the orders of the day. We have on the calendar today S-18, an act relating to limiting earned good time sentence reductions for offenders convicted of certain crimes. The House has proposed to the Senate to amend the bill as set forth on page 1060 of today's calendar, excuse me. The underlying question is, shall the Senate concur with the House proposal of amendment on S-18? The senator from Bennington, Senator Sears, is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Your Senate Judiciary Committee reviewed the House changes to the bill, and I'd like to describe them. There were actually only two changes, even though it's a strike-all version. If you remember, the original bill set a series of crimes, 7, I believe, that would not be eligible for earned time after because they were sentenced before January 1st, and those individuals would not be eligible, but going forward, people would be eligible who may have committed those 7 crimes, because the courts would be able to take into consideration and the victims in sentencing. So this was really a victim-centered bill. In reviewing the bill, the House found one place where we had changed the name of earned good time to earned time. And we forgot to strike a good in one place, and the House found that and they struck it, and we all agree that that's a good idea. Secondly, the primary change was a technical correction to the date in subdivision B5 that helps to ensure that the bill is constitutional under the ex post facto clause of the United States Constitution. The ex post facto clause prohibits the state from passing laws that increase punishment for wrongdoing that occurred before the enactment of the law. In other words, the legislature cannot pass a law that punishes everybody more harshly than they could have been punished under the laws in place at the time of the wrongdoing. The Senate bill addressed the potential ex facto, post facto issue by removing the future ability to earn good time. Only those inmates who were already sentenced for a disqualifying offense on the effective date of the bill. The Senate thought that when those inmates were sentenced, there was no good time program in effect, so removing their ability to earn additional good time off their sentence. However, on the contrary, removing their ability to earn future time simply returned them to the same punishment they originally received when good time did not exist and therefore was not available. In the view of the Attorney General's office, this approach is permissible under the ex post facto clause. However, under further review, the Attorney General's office realized that it would be incorrect to use the effective date of the bill as the date after which affected inmates would no longer be able to earn time. This is because under Act 148 from last year, Department of Corrections Earned Time Program already went into effect on January 1st, 2021. As a result, anyone sentenced after that date would have been sentenced at a time when earned time was available. So removing their ability to earn it in the future could arguably violate the ex post facto clause. To address this potential constitutional problem, the House amended a Senate bill so that the prohibition on earning future good earned time would only apply to inmates who have been sentenced for a disqualifying crime before the earned time program went into effect on January 1st, 2021, as opposed to the Senate's approach. This ensures that the prohibition on earning future earned time only applies to inmates who were sentenced prior to January 1, 21. A review of that issue, we feel comfortable in moving forward. There are maybe a handful of people who have been sentenced for those crimes since January 1st, so it doesn't impact a lot of folks. We would ask that the Senate agree with the House proposals of amendment and concur.
Thank you, Senator.
The voting
sorry, go
committee.
ahead.
I'm sorry. The voting committee was 5-0-0.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the Senate concur with the House proposal of amendment on S18? Are you ready for the question? Kindly unmute. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
Nay.
The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and you've concurred with the House proposal of amendment on S18. We have on the calendar for third reading, S135, an act relating to separating the individual and small group health insurance markets for plan year 2022. Third reading was ordered on April 13th, 2021. Are there any amendments before third reading? The senator from Washington is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. As I mentioned yesterday, we did have a request for an amendment. I am offering this amendment, but I have run it by the Committee on Finance. It came to us from the Department of Financial Regulation. The bill says that the Department of Regulation shall review forms. They do not intend to require separate forms, so they will not need to review new forms. And so this amendment will strike out and forms with the Department of Regulation following board. So it's the Green Mountain Care Board will be looking at rates, but there won't be any new forms. So we are striking out that requirement.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall the Senate amend the bill as recommended by the senator from Washington? Are you ready for the question? Please unmute. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've amended the bill as moved by the senator from Washington. The question now is, shall the bill, first we'll do third reading.
S 135, an act relating to separating the individual and small group health insurance markets for plan year 2022.
You've heard the third reading of the bill, and the question now is, shall the bill pass? Are you ready for the question? Please unmute. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've passed S 135. We have on the calendar for third reading, H 151, an act relating to vital records, mausoleums, and columbaria, and emergency health orders. The third reading was ordered on April 13th, 2021. Are there any amendments before third reading? Please listen to the third reading of H 151.
H 151, an act relating to vital records, mausoleums, and columbari and emergency health orders.
The question is, shall the bill pass in concurrence? Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've passed H 151 in concurrence. We have on the calendar for action H 154, read for the first time on March 23rd. It was referred to the Committee on Government Operations, which reports it has considered the bill and recommends the bill ought to pass. Please listen to the second reading of H 154.
H 154, an act relating to the failure of municipal officers to accept office.
The senator from Rutland, Senator Collmore, is recognized for the report of the Committee on Government Operations.
Thank you, Madam President. I believe I can say with a certain measure of confidence that none of the members of this body have been in the exact same circumstances that this bill addresses. We all made, I assume, a very conscious and deliberate decision to run for office, and we're honored to be elected and take our oath of office. This was not the case recently in a municipality that has a 3-member select board. An individual who had no interest and no desire to be elected by the board, be elected to the board, was unsuccessful in not having that individual's name on the ballot, and was nonetheless elected despite not wanting to be. Specifically, the issue arose from recent circumstances in Wilmington. A select board member refused to take the oath of office and has never attended one single meeting. The town has, at the moment, no legal avenue to deem the select board seat vacant and has been compelled to hold their meetings as a 2-member board. The Senate Secretary has given a link to all of us in an earlier email from today, but basically H 154 will help solve the issue. The Section 1 currently provides for vacancy or suspension of a municipal officer, and under current law, an office becomes vacant only when an officer resigns or is removed from office, dies, becomes unable to perform the duties because of a mental condition or psychiatric disability, or moves out of the town. This bill will add a new subsection 4 that would provide one additional basis for a vacancy. The subsection provides that any time a municipal officer fails or neglects to take the oath of office within 30 days, the office shall be considered vacant. Before the office is officially deemed vacant, the legislative body must warn a regular meeting for that purpose and afford the officer the opportunity to take the oath at that meeting. This applies to the offices that are required to take an oath under 24 VSA 831, namely the clerk, select board members, constables, listers, and fence viewers. And under 24 VSA, the legislative body would be given authority to fill a vacancy until the next election. That is Section 1. Section 2 is the effective date, which take place July 1st of this year. The Senate Committee on Government Operations heard from Tucker Anderson, our legislative counsel, Representative Tanya Duhovsky, a reporter from the other body, and Gwynn Zakoff, municipal policy advocate from the Vermont League of Cities and Towns. The committee vote was 5-0-0, and we asked the Senate to concur. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator. The question is, shall a bill be read the third time? The senator from Addison is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. May I inquire of the reporter of the bill?
You may.
Thank you. Just a question about timing. You said that this is an urgent issue for a particular town in this situation, and I'm wondering about the effective date of the bill being July 1st and whether or not this would still help that town get out of this situation quickly.
That, Madam President, is a very good question. I'm looking at the bill again, and it does say the act takes effect July 1st. I can either yield to the chair of the committee or I'll have an answer before third reading tomorrow.
Does the senator from Wyndham, the chair of the Committee on Government Operations, is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. And as Senator Collmore was reporting it, it dawned on me that the same question, and this is the way it came from the House, and we didn't actually even question the effective date, but I think it is a really good question, and we might want to make it effective upon passage. Thank you. I think we will try to perhaps have an amendment before third reading.
Great.
Thank you, Senator Hardy.
My pleasure. Thank you, Madam President.
The question is, shall the bill be read the third time? Are you ready for the question? Please unmute. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've ordered third reading of H 154. We have a Senate resolution to take up at this time, SR 9, a resolution relating to extending concurrently conducted electronic sessions and committee meetings offered by the Senate Rules Committee. Please listen to the reading of the resolution by title only.
SR 9, Senate Resolution relating to extending concurrently conducted electronic sessions and committee meetings.
Now you've heard a reading of the resolution. The question is, shall the Senate adopt the resolution? Are you ready for the question? The senator from Bennington is recognized.
Madam President, I wonder if I could inquire whether a joint committee would be, for example, a joint fiscal committee were to meet in September. Would they be allowed to meet in the State House, or would they be required to meet remotely under this resolution?
I suspect, Senator, that is a question for the Senate Rules Committee. The senator from Wyndham is recognized.
Madam President, my understanding is that this is not addressed in this resolution.
Thank you.
The question is, shall the Senate adopt the resolution? Are you ready for the question? Please unmute. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and you've adopted the resolution. This completes the orders of the day. The senator from Wyndham is recognized.
Thank you, excuse me. Thank you, Madam President. Pending announcements, I move that the Senate stand in adjournment until 1 p.m. Thursday, April 15th.
The senator from Wyndham has moved that, subject to any announcements, the Senate stand in adjournment until Thursday, April 15th at 1 p.m. Are there any announcements this afternoon? The senator from Washington is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Finance will meet at 1:30.
The senator from Bennington is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Education will meet 15 minutes after the call of the gavel.
The senator from Caledonia, Senator Benning, is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Institutions will meet at 1:45.
The senator from Wyndham is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Government Operations will meet at 1:35. That's 15 minutes. Thanks.
The senior senator from Caledonia is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Appropriations will also meet 15 minutes after the fall of the gavel, which would be 1:35.
Are there any further or additional announcements? The senator from Addison is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Senate Natural Resources and Energy will meet tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
Are there any additional announcements? The senator from Wyndham has moved that the Senate adjourn until Thursday, April 15th at 1 p.m. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and the Senate stands adjourned.